Ground fault circuit interrupter or GFCI protection for electrical receptacles in a cold room setting is essential, especially within a healthcare facility. The National Electrical Code, specifically Section 406.9b3 in the 2023 edition, addresses this requirement. To understand why GFCI protection is needed, consider the environment of a cold room. Cold rooms, particularly those equipped with a sink, are classified as wet or damp locations. The presence of water, whether from condensation, spills, or the sink itself, increases the risk of electrical shock. When electrical equipment comes into contact with water, it creates a path for electrical current to flow outside the intended circuit. This unintended current flow is known as a ground fault. If a person comes into contact with a device experiencing a ground fault, the electrical current can pass through their body, resulting in a potentially lethal shock. A GFCI is a safety device designed to detect these ground faults and quickly interrupt the flow of electricity, typically within a fraction of a second. This rapid interruption significantly reduces the risk of serious injury or death from electrical shock. NEC Section 406.9b3, titled Receptacles in Bathrooms and Other Wet or Damp Locations, specifically mandates GFCI protection for 125 volts through 250 volts receptacles installed in wet or damp locations. Since a cold room with a sink falls under this classification, all receptacles within the cold room must be GFCI protected. This requirement applies regardless of whether the receptacles are readily accessible or used for specific equipment. The intent is to provide a consistent level of safety throughout the entire cold room environment. There are two primary methods for providing GFCI protection: firstly, GFCI circuit breakers, and secondly, GFCI receptacles. A GFCI circuit breaker is installed in the electrical panel and provides GFCI protection for the entire circuit, including all receptacles connected to that circuit. A GFCI receptacle is installed at the point of use, replacing a standard receptacle. It provides GFCI protection for itself and, depending on the wiring configuration, may also protect other downstream receptacles on the same circuit. When selecting a GFCI protection method, consider the specific needs of the cold room. GFCI circuit breakers offer broader protection, safeguarding all devices connected to the circuit. However, if a ground fault occurs on any part of the circuit, the entire circuit will be de-energized. GFCI receptacles offer more targeted protection, only to energizing the specific receptacle or downstream receptacles affected by the ground fault. This can be advantageous in a healthcare setting, where maintaining power to certain equipment may be critical. In healthcare facilities, maintaining a safe electrical environment is paramount. Patients and staff may be more vulnerable to electrical shock due to medical conditions or the use of sensitive medical equipment. The presence of water in a cold room further exacerbates the risk. By adhering to NEC Section 406.9b3 and implementing GFCI protection for all receptacles, healthcare facilities can significantly reduce the risk of electrical accidents and ensure the safety of patients and staff. It's important to note that GFCI devices should be regularly tested to ensure they are functioning correctly. Most GFCI receptacles and circuit breakers have a test button that can be used to simulate a ground fault and verify that the device trips as intended. Regular testing, typically monthly, is recommended to maintain optimal safety. Furthermore, it is crucial to ensure that all electrical work is performed by qualified and licensed electricians who are familiar with the NEC requirements and best practices for electrical safety. Improper installation or maintenance of GFCI devices can compromise their effectiveness and create a hazardous situation. In addition to GFCI protection, other safety measures should be considered for cold rooms in healthcare facilities. These may include proper grounding of electrical equipment, regular inspections of electrical wiring and devices, and the use of waterproof or water-resistant electrical enclosures. By implementing a comprehensive approach to electrical safety, healthcare facilities can minimize the risk of electrical hazards and create a safer environment for everyone. The 2023 National Electrical Code Section 406.9b3 is very specific regarding GFCI protection in wet and damp locations. This includes, but is not limited to, bathrooms, kitchens, and of course, cold rooms. In the context of a healthcare facility, this code is not just a suggestion, it's a mandate for the safety of both staff and patients. The rationale behind this is straightforward. Electrical conductivity increases significantly in the presence of moisture. A cold room, by its very nature, is prone to condensation, creating a higher risk of electrical shock than a standard dry environment. When you introduce a sink into the equation, the risk escalates even further. The presence of water increases the likelihood of accidental spills or leaks, which can create hazardous conditions if electrical receptacles are not properly protected. GFCI devices are designed to detect even the slightest imbalance in electrical current. They work by monitoring the flow of electricity between the hot and neutral wires in a circuit. If there is a difference of just a few milliamperes, typically 4 to 6 milliamperes, the GFCI will trip, cutting off the power supply almost instantaneously. This rapid response time is crucial in preventing serious injury or death from electrical shock. To comply with NEC 406.9b3, you have a couple of options. Firstly, you can install GFCI receptacles directly at the point of use. These receptacles have a built-in GFCI mechanism that protects both the receptacle itself and any devices plugged into it. Secondly, you can use GFCI circuit breakers in the electrical panel. These breakers provide GFCI protection for the entire branch circuit, including all receptacles and devices connected to that circuit. When deciding which option is best for your specific situation, consider the layout of the cold room and the types of equipment that will be used. If you have multiple receptacles in the room, it may be more cost-effective to use GFCI circuit breakers. However, if you only have a few receptacles or if you want to provide localized protection, GFCI receptacles may be a better choice. Regardless of which option you choose, it's essential to ensure that the GFCI devices are properly installed and tested. A proper installation can render the GFCI ineffective, leaving you vulnerable to electrical shock. Always hire a qualified electrician to perform the installation and to verify that the GFCI is functioning correctly. Regular testing is also crucial. GFCI devices should be tested at least once a month to ensure that they are still working properly. Most GFCI receptacles and circuit breakers have a test button that you can use to simulate a ground fault. Simply press the test button and the GFCI should trip, cutting off the power supply. If the GFCI does not trip, it should be replaced immediately. In addition to GFCI protection, there are other safety measures that you can take to minimize the risk of electrical shock in a cold room. These include using waterproof or water-resistant electrical enclosures, keeping electrical cords and devices away from water sources, and avoiding the use of extension cords whenever possible. By following these simple precautions, you can create a safer environment for yourself and others. Understanding the intricacies of electrical safety can be daunting, but it's a critical aspect of maintaining a secure environment, especially in specialized settings like cold rooms within healthcare facilities. Let's delve deeper into the technical elements and practical applications of GFCI protection as mandated by the National Electrical Code. Firstly, let's clarify the fundamental principle behind GFCI operation. A GFCI device is not designed to prevent overloads or short circuits. These are the roles of traditional circuit breakers and fuses. Instead, a GFCI's primary function is to detect imbalances in the electrical current flowing through a circuit. It achieves this by monitoring the current flowing through the hot and neutral wires. In a properly functioning circuit, the current flowing through the hot wire should be equal to the current flowing back through the neutral wire. However, if a ground fault occurs, for example, if a live wire comes into contact with a grounded surface or a person, the current will take an unintended path back to the source, creating an imbalance. A GFCI is incredibly sensitive to these imbalances. It can detect differences as small as 4 to 6 milliamperes, which is far below the level that would typically cause a circuit breaker to trip. When an imbalance is detected, the GFCI trips almost instantaneously, typically within 20 to 30 milliseconds. This rapid response time is crucial in minimizing the duration of an electrical shock, thereby reducing the risk of serious injury or death. Secondly, let's discuss the different types of GFCI devices available. The two most common types are GFCI receptacles and GFCI circuit breakers. GFCI receptacles are designed to replace standard electrical receptacles. They have a built-in GFCI mechanism that protects both the receptacle itself and any devices plugged into it. GFCI receptacles are relatively easy to install and are a good option for providing localized protection in specific areas, such as new sinks or in damp locations. GFCI circuit breakers are installed in the electrical panel and provide GFCI protection for the entire branch circuit. This means that all receptacles and devices connected to that circuit are protected by the GFCI. GFCI circuit breakers are a good option for providing comprehensive protection for an entire room or area. When selecting a GFCI device, it's important to consider the specific needs of your application. GFCI receptacles are typically less expensive than GFCI circuit breakers, but they only provide localized protection. GFCI circuit breakers offer broader protection, but they can be more expensive and may require more extensive wiring modifications. Thirdly, let's examine the installation and testing procedures for GFCI devices. Proper installation is crucial to ensure that GFCI devices function correctly. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions when installing a GFCI device. If you are not comfortable performing the installation yourself, hire a qualified electrician. After installing a GFCI device, it's important to test it to ensure that it is working properly. Most GFCI receptacles and circuit breakers have a test button that you can use to simulate a ground fault. Press the test button and the GFCI should trip, cutting off the power supply. If the GFCI does not trip, it should be replaced immediately. Regular testing is also essential. GFCI devices should be tested at least once a month to ensure that they are still functioning properly. This is especially important in healthcare facilities where electrical safety is paramount. Fourthly, let's consider some additional safety measures that can be implemented in cold rooms to further reduce the risk of electrical shock. One important measure is to use waterproof or water-resistant electrical enclosures. These enclosures protect electrical components from moisture, reducing the risk of corrosion and electrical shorts. Another important measure is to keep electrical cords and devices away from water sources. Avoid running electrical cords across wet floors or near sinks. Also, avoid using extension cords whenever possible, as they can increase the risk of electrical shock. Fifthly, it's important to be aware of the limitations of GFCI protection. While GFCI devices provide a significant level of protection against electrical shock, they are not foolproof. GFCI devices do not protect against overloads or short circuits. They also do not protect against electrical shock if you come into contact with both the hot and neutral wires at the same time. Therefore, it's important to always exercise caution when working with electricity, even when GFCI protection is in place. Finally, let's emphasize the importance of ongoing education and training. Electrical safety is a complex and ever-evolving field. It's important to stay up to date on the latest codes, standards, and best practices. Attend training courses, read industry publications, and consult with qualified electrical professionals to ensure that you are providing a safe electrical environment. In conclusion, GFCI protection is a critical safety measure for cold rooms in healthcare facilities. By understanding the principles of GFCI operation, selecting the appropriate GFCI devices, following proper installation and testing procedures, and implementing additional safety measures, you can significantly reduce the risk of electrical shock and create a safer environment for patients, staff, and visitors. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By working together, we can prevent electrical accidents and save lives.